Alright, response video to the YouTube star formerly known as the Seagull Whisperer. Gratex. Yeah. You know, really, without the seagulls, you hold no charm for me. You really don't. You're just a flapping ass. But go ahead, flap away. But you ought to get a camera, or you ought to edit the videos and increase the volume or something, because it really is hideous. I'm going to have to turn the volume all the way up to make this play at all.
Watched a Momentum video yesterday, Barcord linked one. Watched Barcord's 30-minute video towards Pink Moon 831, I think the name was. And I listened to the video that Barcord played, which is Pink Moon's video, and I kind of understood what Pink Moon was going through, and I understood why Barcord made the response. Because Barcord, although he looks like Jesus, he kind of is like Jesus.
Okay, so the way Jesus would take care of somebody, protect them from harm, he would put them out on public display and say, this woman has a bleeding problem and, you know, her period all the time and she's all skanky and smelly. Yeah, he wouldn't cure her period problem. No, he'd just put her up to public ridicule. Just point out, look, it's a cult member. Because she's showing some sort of... She was charmed for a moment by another person. And you really can't do that. You can't express that charm thing. You know. Because, yeah, you're going to be a molester or a cult member. I mean, if you're a male, you're a molesting, you know, whatever, stalker. And if you're a female, you're, you know, an insipid, silly, frivolous, trivial, brainless cult drone. Yeah, fuck you. Some Jesus. Yeah, no thank you. I think I'll take a pass on this second coming of Jesus, just like the first one. I think this one's an asshole too.
He cares and has empathy for people.
Oh, all this care. Everybody, you know, I'm going to do To Be Serious this video later. Care, she said it 473 times in a 4-minute video. Or 7-minute video, whatever. I mean, it's like, why don't you just say fuck? Why don't you just say that? Why, find a word even more disgusting. I mean, this is just so fucking pointless. What good is your care if it doesn't get converted into any action? And you just sit back and say, well, I care about this syphilis problem, but fuck it, just keep pushing the rock and keep letting it roll over everything. Fuck it. Yeah, that's the way it is. Because I care. I'm just going to eat my hamburger. Well, it's a synthetic hamburger, but I'm going to eat lots of them. And, you know, scratch my ass and pretend I'm a great human being. When I'm really just a dumb, dim, silly pile of turd.
And he's a gentle person. And he handled it delicately and gently.
Oh, whatever. In my opinion, he's dim and lethargic, and even a little bit. He's got some of that melanthropy problem. I mean, to me, he's a little bit of a downer.
The fact that Pink Moon's rather upset, and Mendham just turns around and said that Barcord was picking on Pink Moon, picking on her. What a delusional fuck this guy.
Oh yeah, read the comments on Barklord's video, Gratex. All right, and just see what people interpreted it as. Okay, I mean, it became all about exposing her to ridicule, and that's all it was. Now, if that isn't picking on somebody, she wasn't making a philosophical video. She wasn't talking, I'm a Republican, I'm going to fight for the rights of us greedy bastards to fucking own you petty little workers. She wasn't making any kind of dynamic statement in that video whatsoever. He just used it for his little petty, weaselly psych game that he's playing with me. And that's all he used it for. He used her. Plain and fucking simple. Now, you want to defend that, then I say you're intellectually dishonest, and I think you're just, as a practical fact, a dishonest fat turd.
Yes, really. But of course, with Mendham, it's always about victimization. You know,
No, it's never about victimization. It's about all you whiners. You're the fucking guys with the victim complex. I can't block you. I can't say fuck you. I can't say leave me the fuck alone. I can't say fuck off. I can't say you're a stupid moron. I can't say you're a motherfucking fucktard. No, anything I do is somehow I've bullied you. I've taken my fist and actually bloodied your fucking goddamn face. I've somehow violated your personal space because I don't let you talk your crap and shit in my comment section. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just so fucking goddamn brutal. Fuck you. I'm not the one smearing my duty on everybody else's fucking webpage, you fucking goddamn creepy motherfucker. What do you go over to other people's houses and fart at the dinner table? Is that what you fucking do, you pig? I'm sure you goddamn do, because it's all about you feeling all right and you feeling comfortable. There's nothing else goddamn fucking matters, but you're relativistic. There is no reality, so I'll just fart any fucking place I fucking feel like it. Fuck you.
He's the victim of people. People are imposing life upon him. They're imposing existence upon him. They're imposing their life.
They're imposing it on human beings. Yes, I was imposed upon. There's no doubt about it. And there's people who are continuing to impose, okay, their judgment on a future being. There's just no doubt about that fact. Now again, with your pure dishonesty, your intellectual dishonesty, you won't deal with that fact. Okay, you'll just run away from it and play silly games. It's a fact that people are applying their judgment and saying, I know what's best for that future being. I know it needs to be here. I know it's going to be okay. I know it enough to impose it. So I'll ask you a fucking question, turd. Well, how many people on earth need to raise their hand and say, I'd rather not have been? How many people, what percentage of the human race has to actually do that before you fuckers will say we have a right to stop you?
On him. He's such a victim. He's being insulted and harassed and likened to a cult leader.
Like I said, you can liken me to a cult leader all the fuck you want. The point is he was attempting to attack the credibility of the philosophy, okay, by smearing it with this accusation of cult dogma. Like I have a volcano fired up in the back room, that I'm using mesmero special rays out of my fucking eyes to fucking seduce and warp people's minds. Like I'm somehow being dishonest and cheating the goddamn truth. And that's what it was about, and you goddamn know it. But again, you can't be intellectually honest. You just refuse to be an honest individual and speak a goddamn honest sentence. Because you're nothing but a fat, tubby troll.
How horrendously horrible it is, the things that we do to him, the people who disagree with him do to him.
Well, we don't really have to go through the history of it, do we? All the trolly bullshit, all the manipulations and distortions of every sentence that comes out of my fucking mouth. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, okay, Gary, what the fuck ever, man. You know, I don't have a problem with people who like or subscribe to Inmendal, okay? There's people go to Inmendal channel for lots of different reasons, okay?
Yeah, okay. I wonder what they go to your channel for, okay? Because they like to hear the word okay. Is that it? They must love the word okay and hierarchy. They must just love those two fucking words and the sound of the wind. Yeah, that must be what turns them on. Because there's not much else fucking going on here.
It's entertainment, they like his passion, they like his feeling of certainty about his beliefs.
It's not a feeling of certainty, okay? It's the fact that there's nothing challenging the certainty. Not a single grain of evidence or rational thought or rational argument. Not one little Martin Luther Kingism or Kennedyism or not. I can't go through. Give me one fucking goddamn paragraph of rational text that in some way challenges one fucking thing that I've said, or would give me reason to pause. People should care about caring, and they should care about the careables, and all the caring should be cared in one direction so the care can be the careables of the careable. Is that it? Is that supposed to sit there and convince me that there's some reasonable doubt here that the OJ DNA isn't fucking molesting its wife? That the fucking DNA isn't guilty as hell of creating a fucking goddamn slaughterhouse? Is there some sort of other contrary evidence that a bunch of fucking aliens came down here and made all the organisms sensitive and gave them addictions and all this other crap, and that it's really not the DNA's fault? Huh? Huh? No, I don't think so.
They like the fact that he's there every day, maybe. Maybe they find it funny.
Oh, then they like when I scratch my head and say silly things about silly people, like the little fucktard on the fucktard on the internet, fucktard on the internet. Yeah, maybe it's that.
But for whatever reason, people go to Mental's channel. It's just as long as they're able to separate themselves from him.
Separate themselves from him? I'm pretty separated. I don't see him no place. But he's right about everything, you know. He's the smartest man in the whole fucking world. There's just no doubt about it. Sorry, but it's the truth. He beats me in tic-tac-toe every fucking time.
Followers that worry me. You know, I worry.
There we go again, the cult of followers again. So anybody who is finding some sort of truth, you know, they might have gone through 20 years or 25 years of life on planet Earth and have heard all this dogma and all this bullshit about how you should be a good little capitalist and a good little player in the human fucking race going absolutely nowhere, running around in circles over and over and over and over and over for no good goddamn reason. And they might be saying, what the fuck is this all about? And then maybe they see one of my videos. And maybe they say, oh, now I get it. Oh, fuck, we're just fucked by a DNA molecule. That's why I have a big sore spot in my ass. I'm being fucked by a fucking molecule. Oh. And somehow, just because now they're getting their feet wet and they're starting to understand where the hell they are, you're just going to call them a fucking drone, a fucking idiot, a fucking moron who can't think for themselves because, oh, you're so much fucking wiser and smarter. And you can't even get the wind out of your fucking videos. And you can't even get the volume right. And you can't even, well, let's not even go into all the things you probably can't do.
But them. I worry about people that get swept away in a whirlpool of pessimism.
Oh, as opposed to the whirlpool of senseless, moronic optimism that has people breeding in a world of 7 billion people like they're fucking rabbits in the ignorant in their cardboard box, coming to the brilliant conclusion, let's just have another kid, right? Why stop at 19? Let's have 20s. Let's have 30s. I just get me some more women's to knock up. Yeah, right. It's a brilliant fucking world.
People that are upset with where their life's going, and they just get swept away in the Mendham's pessimism pool.
Right, and they should get swept away in some Prozac and get some therapy, and then they can become a relativist who doesn't believe in reality, and then can just sit in the sands and laugh at everything because they can pretend the suffering isn't real, and the blood isn't real, and the guts aren't real, and the entrails aren't real, and none of it's fucking goddamn real. And they can just sit there and say, well, I had a good fucking mustard sandwich today, and it's a nice, sunny, windy, cloudy day, and I'm happy because my big, fat, blubbery ass keeps me nice and soft and provides a nice cushion when I'm on them wooden benches. Yeah, charming, wonderful, fantastic. That's what they should be doing. They should be sycophants to a goddamn delusional concept that, oh, the DNA knows what it's doing. It intended to create itself. It's a self-actualizing, self-knowing universe now. Yeah, it can itch its own ass. It's quite amazing.
You know, and they can't escape from it. And they might end up 20, 30 years time still being as miserable as they are right now.
Well, look, you know, you can keep talking about this misery thing, but you and Barklord and the rest of these fucktards don't seem all that fucking goddamn deliriously happy anyway, okay? I mean, whose wool you're pulling over whose fucking eyes, right? I mean, Pyro looks like he's desperately trying to find himself. I mean, come on. Conference boards look a little midlife crisis-y. You don't, like I said, where's the bells and whistles going on in your life, fella? Yeah, I don't see them. So yeah, you want to be optimistic that everything's going to work out. Okay, we could do this for 1 billion more years and no fucking problem. It won't be a big fat waste of goddamn sun energy. Fuck you. You're an idiot.
But the thing about Mendham is, he gives you the right to be wallowing forever. You know, you're not allowed to be happy.
Oh yeah, liar, 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 liar. I mean, that's just a gross, flat out, plain liar, right? I've never made any argument that people shouldn't be happy. It's a little tough being happy sometimes when you got to be a janitor. Okay, being a janitor, being a responsible human being isn't necessarily fun all the time. But I've never made any argument that people shouldn't be happy if they can find a way, to have their barbecue in the middle of the fucking slop and chaos. Then go ahead and do it, fucker. I just don't give a damn. Just don't make more babies. Just don't add more fuel to the fire that's burning all these sentient creatures, you fucker. Okay, eat your tofu or whatever your fucking meat replacement is. Have your, barbecue yourself some whatever synthetic flesh, and sing little happy songs. I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking you to be miserable, and you goddamn fucking know it. So you're just a petty little liar.
To be happy is sinful, kind of thing. But or to say that you like aspects of life is sinful.
Yeah, again, nowhere have I said that. You can't quote it. I mean, I'm always celebrating the penis. I mean, come on, I swim in a goddamn pool. 100 days this year. Yeah, 100 swimming days this year. So fuck you. Fuck you. I mean, there's no other argument to this. You just want to make me out to be some sort of badass, weird, evil goddamn mother-in-law who's just, whapping everybody with a frying pan saying, don't be happy. No, I'm saying don't be an asshole. There's a difference, jackass.
But, Barclay's a nice guy, and that's why he'd say he's akin to being a cultist. Some other people as trolls would call him a Nazi. I think he's much more...
Or cultist. Now, who are you talking about here? I can understand when people write stuff that's incomprehensible, but you're talking incomprehensibly?
Some other people as trolls would... or to say that you like aspects of life is...
Sorry, I went back further than I needed to.
But,
let's hear it. Listen to what...
Barclay's a nice guy, and that's why he'd say he's akin to being a cultist.
Barklord's a nice guy, that's why I would say he's akin to being a cultist. That's why he's saying it's akin to being a cultist. Oh, okay, that might be it. Okay, I got it now. So he would say, because he's a nice guy, he's going to call other people like Metamorph and Derived Energy and that whole list of people, he's going to suspect. He's going to put them all on a suspect list, like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're delusional assholes who think Martian UFOs are coming, or volcanoes, or have something to do with reality, philosophical reality.
Or people as trolls would call him a Nazi. I think he's much worse than a Nazi. I think he's much worse than that. But
yeah, okay. Well, this might be interesting. Yeah, this might be interesting. I mean, that you can actually get worse than a Nazi. Pretty cool.
Because he's got the idea of absolute stuck in his brain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That I've actually looked at the evidence and said, oh my God, it's overwhelming. OJ's guilty as fucking hell. Yeah, that's right. And I've drawn a conclusion. And you're challenging that conclusion with what? Character assassination. Bravo. Brilliant. Fuck you, silly man.
And that's dragging him down, Like, it's absolutely wrong to kill a baby, he says. But then...
Where did I say that? Where did I say that? Where did I say it's absolutely wrong to kill a baby? I say it's absolutely wrong to cause unnecessary harm to a sentient being. There. Is that direct enough? So there's no confusion. It's absolutely wrong to cause unnecessary, that means harm that won't be compensated by prevention of some greater harm, to a sentient creature. Yeah, it's not that complicated, fucker. But I never said anything about no fucking goddamn babies.
And he also says there's no harm in killing babies.
Well, again, so this is how you fairly critique somebody else's argument. This is your fair cop routine, right? Okay. So I talked about how if a 2-year-old dies in its sleep, it's and there's no one there to grieve, that there's a real that's sort of like the tree falling thing. There's a question here about whether anything really happened. Did a tragedy happen somewhere? Is there some sort of tear being shed somewhere? And the answer obviously is no.
As long as there's nobody there to, if the baby dies in a gas chamber and nobody.
Well, of course, make it more malicious and make it more evil. So now you have this image of the baby or the kid being forced into a chamber. Yeah, because this is the game you're going to play. You can't be honest. You got to be deceptive and distort, because that's the only fucking hope you got. I got to sneak distortion in here, because if I speak the truth, if I'm fair to the argument, I don't have anything. I got no bullets, and that's what you'd have to admit. You got no dick in this argument. The only way you can do it is you got to cheat. You got to drill your own hole.
There, will it make a sound? And
we use the same metaphor.
kind of thing, you could gas a 2-year-old. There's no harm in it, as long as the parents aren't there or there's no relatives to suffer its loss, or grief or anything like that. Kill a 2-year-old, it's fine. Just put her to sleep, gas her. That's all you do. Just put a gas mask on, the reverse of a gas mask, and it's fine. But it's absolutely wrong to kill babies, though.
Yeah. So again, you just made up that duality, that conflict. The conflict doesn't exist in what I have said, doesn't exist in my philosophy. You just made it up. Isn't that like just obvious perversion, obvious distortion? And who resorts to that? Oh, that's right. The weak, the people who don't have an argument, have to cheat. So bravo, cheater.
Yeah, this is a guy who would never kill a chicken. I'd never kill a chicken either. This is a guy.
Well, you can't say. I wouldn't even say I'd never kill a chicken. I mean, if it's a rabid chicken that's chasing the cat, I'm probably going to wipe it out. But that's beside the point. That's right. Personally, I got no love for harming or hurting anything. And so now you're going to make this argument where you're just going to cheat the argument again. And it's just so damn unfair.
Never kill a chicken. Right. But he wants to kill all chickens. Do you get the ludicrous?
Yeah, right. I want to prevent the existence of gazillions of chickens who will be brutally tortured and horribly killed. That's what I want to do. Trillions, gazillions even. Gazillions of future chickens. I want to prevent their grotesquely abusive, horrid, torturous, over and over and redundant extermination. Just every day, over and over. I want to stop it. That's right. I want to turn off the gas chambers you're endorsing, the DNA gas chambers that you're firing up, that you're defending. You're defending an insidious system of grotesque, pointless suffering, and I want to turn it off.
Absurdity of him. He just made a video yesterday where he said that after all humans are dead, he would crash the moon into the earth and kill all the rest of the animals.
Well, look, if you want to play semantics game, okay, I'm all for us trying to sterilize the animals first and completely decrease their population in some very humane way. I'm just conceding to the fact that, yeah, the insects and all that kind of stuff, there's not a chance in hell I'm going to be able to sterilize all them or eradicate them in some humane way. And so, yes, one generation will die very quickly, all right, in a matter of seconds, at my hand, but I will prevent perhaps 1,000,000 years of fucking getting eaten alive, zillions of getting eaten alive. That's what I'll prevent. And I'll tell you quite honestly, if I could actually accomplish that, it would be the greatest feeling I can imagine would be running through me. I would be so perfectly pleased that anything could happen to me and it wouldn't matter. I would be complete. Yeah, that would complete me. Okay, yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would complete me.
You know that killing one chicken is a horror, and he would never do it. But he'll kill all of them fine, no problem. Fuck, it's better for them. Yeah.
Yeah, again, you're not going to pay any attention to the reality. You do understand that animal life reproduces, that every mating couple is potentially an Adam and Eve that could procreate into 7 billion strong. You do understand the dynamic at work here, right? That things die and then they're regenerated. The dead zombie bones are reanimated back into the world again to push the same Sisyphus fucking boulder up the same stupid hill for the 10th zillion time for absolutely no accomplishment but to create a bunch of wasted suffering. You do understand that's the dynamic I'm trying to stop. Now, if you have some better way to stop it, describe a way.
No? Can't kill one, but can kill them all. Kill every chicken, every bird, every fucking mammal.
Prevent the future existence of gazillions. Yes, that's what I will do. I will prevent the future death, harm, suffering of gazillions of sentient creatures, and I'll be glad to do that.
Every reptile, every insect, every plant. He'd kill all of them.
Oh, now we're going to worry about dead plants? You know, really? So you're not even going to be articulate enough to realize there's a distinction between feeling things and non-feeling things. You just think it's all life, right? And life is, yeah, okay, it's a sacred word, right? It's God, isn't it? You tell the truth. It's your God, isn't it? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
But you won't kill one for a meal. And I'm a veggie as well, so I'm not arguing.
Yeah, I won't cause unnecessary harm. That's right, okay? I will cause necessary harm. I will do it to myself. If you give me the contract to do the Jesus thing, okay, that I hang on a cross for a week, and population on Earth is cut in half as a bargain, yeah, go ahead, harm me, torture me, okay, because it'd be worth the amount of harm I'd be preventing, you dumbass.
With that. But I'm just pointing out the ludicrousy. I'm pointing out...
Right, it's ludicrous to be cost effective. It's ludicrous to think about, you know, how much gas you're going to use to go to the store because you're going to buy one Coke and a bag of potato chips. So it would be ludicrous to think, oh yeah, I'm spending $3 just to get to the store and I'm risking crashing my car, you know, to save 50 cents on a coupon. That would be really ludicrous. But that's not the math I'm doing. The math I'm doing is completely legitimate. I'm going to prevent gazillions of tons of harm by imposing a tiny, tiny percentage of that gazillion.
The absurdity of people who believe in absolutes. Because they will...
Yeah, again, we're not allowed to understand our evolution, the history of our planet, the dynamic and evolution of our psychology, the evolution of our cultures, none of that. We're not allowed to believe any of it. We're supposed to think we're in a matrix being manipulated by some life puppeteer, right? Your God, does your God have a name? What, popcorn? No, you look more like a cotton candy kind of guy.
Always absolutely contradict themselves.
Well, especially when you can completely distort what they're saying and misquote them and pervert it and slander them, essentially. Yeah, it's really easy to do when you're a slandering, intellectually dishonest hunk of shit.
Yeah, played words there.
Yeah,
won't kill a chicken, but it'll kill them all.
You played with the words. I'll prevent them all.
Okay,
that's
do you
right.
understand how ludicrous...
Again, do you understand reproduction? Do you understand that's what these little DNA machines do? They reproduce. Do you understand that? And there'll be tons and tons and tons and tons of them in the little slave camps of the DNA. Do you understand that? And if I burn the camp down, yes, some of them might get hurt, but there won't be any more camp. Asshole.
Do you understand how when he says he won't kill a chicken, maybe that's just because he's trying to make it that he's not a genocidal maniac?
Yes, I'm a genocidal maniac. So again, that terminology is okay to use. I would say, you know, genocidal is okay maybe if you take it literally. But we know what that word's related to, bark fucker, right? It's every genocidal maniac has been into preserving themselves. Okay, it's been a racial thing. I'm going to wipe out the adversary. You know, and it's just been just murder. Okay, not an argument, just murder. And so fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. I mean, it's again another. Is that being fair to the truth? Is that what the fair guys do? The nice guys like you and Bark Lord, you nice guys, you little, yeah. You know, what are you? Are you like, I don't know, what followed Jesus? I don't even remember. All I can think of is Judas, but no, you don't have enough character to be Judas.
Maybe, possibly. You'll kill them all, though. You argue that you'll kill them all. So we'll kill them all.
I will end the imposition. That's right. I'll end a senseless imposition that doesn't need to take place to satisfy a bunch of pink balloon chasing retards. Just because the majority of you retards have an artificial, delusionary perception of accomplishment does not mean that you can make victims of a bunch of other people to play your silly fucking game. So until you come up with some strategy to make sure all the little fucktards on Earth are as dumb as gratex, every bug, every maggot, every gazelle, every cheetah, every gorilla, every dumb fucking human is as dumb and stupid and retarded and idiotic as you, then fine, go ahead and torture yourself forever, jackass. But until that day comes, I'm going to argue that you're imposing motherfucking cunts, and I'm going to fight the fuck back.
Won't kill it for a meal, he'll kill it for reason, he'll kill it for logic.
Ah, yeah, what a horrible thing to do. Yeah, don't do anything for a reason or for logical reasons. No, that would be, logic is evil.
He'll kill it for intelligence.
That's evil intelligence.
Good job.
Yeah, only live based on your fucking crude, stupid DNA desire. So again, the DNA is God. Okay, the crude selfishness is God. Be a selfish turd. Okay, like him, like these great caring individuals, these great caring, selfish, relativistic, I want to have a good time motherfucking creeps.
Got it. Good job. Good job in showing your true colors.
Yeah, well, you showed yours here. I mean, I just don't see how even your trolls can't concede that you did a lot of distorting here, that you did a lot of fucking the truth. You just fucked it, you raped it is what you did. You raped the fucking truth. So, good job, you cheap, flabby, flapping hemorrhoid.
But of course your cult followers will just ignore that. And the people who watch your videos for
Yeah, your cult followers, your little haters and trolls. I mean, we can go down the list of all the little petty weasels that'll be commenting on your video. I mean, even the wise monkey who you ridiculed, he's just so desperate to keep talking. Oh, this one's funny. Let's see. Oh, of course, it's an affliction. You are not in control of you. Oh, isn't that great? So if you're in control of you, it doesn't matter whether you have cancer. Nah, just pretend it's ice cream and cotton candy. There is nothing senseless about life. Oh yeah, well, senseless in what term, right? So you're going to pervert the word senseless now. And so you're not going to... Why don't you say there's nothing useless? Why don't you try to make that argument, that there's nothing useless about life? Your senses lead you to conclude that it is senseless. No, my fucking capacity to add up 2 plus 2, that same sort of logical mechanism, makes it quite obvious that if we're in a game where we're creating need and we're only cleaning up half the need, that's just not going to fucking work. Herp. If a God provided you a purpose, you'd accept that purpose, but not your own. Isn't that interesting? And my own purpose should be decided by my DNA molecule. It shouldn't be decided by my intellect. So if my intellect sees no purpose in doing anything but trying to prevent future waste, I shouldn't pay any attention to that. No, I should just be like you and scratch my big fat ass. Well, no thank you.
Entertainment. Don't give a shit, I guess. There you go. The Mendham project rolls on, as it will until we die.
Yeah, that's the way it works, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. And then it'll be named, it'll have some other name, okay? It won't be Amendum, it'll be some other guy who's going to make the same arguments and keep pushing the ball and pushing the ball, and we're going to keep pushing our blow up the Sisyphus hill ball. You're going to keep pushing our nuclear ball and try to get into your little Sisyphus mound and blow your little fucking mound the fuck up, so you no longer have a mound to push your stupid ball up. You stupid, perverted, crazy, motherfucking sadistic lunatics. So anyway, enough of the video. I'll do 2 seriously. I was going to do them both together, but come on, 35 minutes already. Fuck. So till next time, and such.